Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, patriots, privacy purveyors, welcome back to the real, I'm still on a delay here. Welcome back to the real dark side of the podcast, and thank you. Before we get into it tonight, I have to point out that I'm wearing my very, very tallest boots because of the amount of horse shit that is kind of pouring out of Washington, federal news, states, everything. It is just, it's hip deep. And I don't have my hip waders, but maybe those are on the way. I'll order them from Amazon. I got to get some fresh ones up there. Our wardrobe tonight is brought to you by Mr. B's in Des Moines, Iowa. If you're looking for real good, clean style, make you look like a professional, Mr. B's is the only place. Belle, how are you doing tonight?
You know what? I'm doing very well tonight, and I'm kind of amused by the chat battle that's going on to see who gets ranked first, second, and third.
They're already tuned in for number one. Great, man.
Oh,
Look.
apparently, Braden and your dad are fighting over first place. Yeah, your dad's on.
My dad has a brand new website for those of you in the occupational safety and health field. My dad has a brand new website. Or a YouTube channel. We got him spun up, so he's pushing up new videos up there. You know what? It's all about the certifications, guys. If anybody's working in that field, you should be well aware that it's all about the certifications. And certainly, Pottigill and Associates can get you hooked up. That's it, Dad. All right, that's it. That's the only plug. If you want more, you gotta pay me. All right, you have to give me money, and I'll mention your stuff. But we, so now we plug Mr. B's, who doesn't pay us. We plug Pottigill and Associates, who doesn't pay us. Who else? Who else got a business out there that I can plug for you and you not pay me? Because, you know, that's what we're here about. We got a fun show tonight. It's not fun. All right. It's horrifying. Everything about this is horrifying. Everything about this channel is horrifying. But it needs to be said. It needs to be said. So I'm just going to kind of leave it there. We have the NASA nuclear moonshot. We have BLS, of course, and the what is potentially fabricated numbers about all the crime stats that are decreasing in DC. As you remember, Belle, we talked about this at length last night, and it turns out might be horseshit. All of it might be horseshit. That's why I like what I'm doing and that I'm doing it here.
Okay, I mentioned to you yesterday, and right before show. Okay, I'm finding conflicting numbers here. More of them are agreeing with the 185 homicides in 2024.
You know what? There are very few numbers that Washington is going to kick out that I'm going to say, oh yeah, man, they're right. They're onto it there.
That seemed really low.
Again, it's allegory of the cave stuff.
I know.
That's what this is. It's pure allegory of the cave. Dad, I know you've never heard of the allegory of the cave. I know you've never read Plato. I know you've never read Plato's Republic. But I have. So there you go. You don't have to know it, Dad. I know it. And that seems to be good enough, because I'll make sure that you know it in that what this is about here.
And your dad decided to counter the he doesn't pay me anything with, I gave you life.
Oh, is that all it took? You know what, Dad? You act like it was a chore, dude. All right? All you did was nail Mom. Yeah, everybody goes, why? No. All you did was have sex. All right? It happens every day, Dad. So while I appreciate it, and you tuned it in and all that, there you go. So you get the plug for Pottigill and Associates ISEP channel. We'll put the link in there. I'll tell you what, Sofa, Jason, I'll find it later, and I'll send it to you. Put it in the chat. If you guys would like to support, please support my father. Because 78 is a real good age to start getting into YouTube and videos and all that other stuff. What could go wrong? So anyway, talk for a second, Belle. I'm gonna. I get some booze in me for this first one.
All right,
this is nuts.
Actually, on that note, Political is saying, okay, plug the local liquor store. Which one?
Which one?
There's like 3 of them.
What's the one that I go to? It's right down there on Merle.
There's Liquorland. Then there is Wine and More, which actually has a full freaking wall, like long wall full of bourbon. And then there's the distillery in Cumming.
Yeah, you know what? That is a good one, by the way. It's Iowa bourbon. So we're talking about corn-based bourbon. And this stuff is absolutely wonderful at $32 a bottle. All right, I'll tell you what. We're going to run out there tomorrow. We're going to buy them out. All the bourbon they have up there, buy them out. If they got 50 bottles, I will buy 50. It's good. It's only aged 3 years. That's the funny part, is that for only aging 3 years, it was surprisingly good. I mean, it felt very, very mature for a 3-year age. So, yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. Anyway, guys, all right, I got some booze in me. We're ready to go.
And Braden, Hy-Vee Wine and Spirit sponsorship. Braden, dude.
I would love to get corporate sponsorship from Hy-Vee. I'll wear a jacket every day, I promise.
Okay, so I would love to get a corporate sponsorship from anywhere but Hy-Vee, because Hy-Vee's booze selection kind of sucks.
Well, Liquorland I want it from Liquorland because, liquor in the front, poker in the rear. That comes out of a slot, man. All right, particularly for a show like this. All right, enough of the grab ass. All right, we like to have some fun when we start, but that's enough of the grab ass, and I think it's maybe time to actually get into this. Belle, before I do my monologue, quick, whatever is up there, let's make sure we like to talk with our audience, not at our audience. So if there's anything I need to address right this second, get it out right this second, or forever hold your peace.
All right. So Sofa Ninja was saying, okay, you're both dressed very nice.
Thank you very much. What does your wife think of this, bro? Jason, what does your wife think? Does she like look, I'll even give you a close up here. How about this? How about that? How does your wife like it, bro? That's what I like to appeal to people's wives. I know, I'm in a weird mood tonight. It's this horse shit. I have to look at this over and over and over.
All right. Anyway, Political Scooter is wearing his shit kickers.
Dude, have you seen the news? You're sending me shit, Jeff. It literally said that in boot camp, Dad, are you ready for this? In Navy boot camp, they're teaching male recruits how to apply nail polish. Hang on. Let me get it closer. I want to make sure that I'm crystal clear here. In Navy, U.S. Navy, the Navy I love, the Navy you love, the Navy that we gave a big majority of our lives to, is teaching male recruits how to put on nail polish. Hat tip to Political. I couldn't believe it when I was reading it, but I saw it. And yeah, there you go. Now, we're not that show. We should be that fucking show, but we're not that show. But yeah, rest assured, I'm going to mention it, and it'll probably come up Thursday. Go ahead, Belle, whatever else, and I want to get into this.
All right, so Braden hit us with the $2 super chat so he could regain his #1 spot from your dad.
Dad, you need to tip Belle like $20. You know the money doesn't go to me; it goes to the producer, and I don't pay her shit. And now I have to pay. I have to pay Sofa Ninja too. I'm racking up employees, Dad. It's tough out here. All right, go Belle. One more, and then we go.
All right, and Sofa Ninja was saying, yeah, she said it's nice.
Thank you. You know what, for Mrs. Sofa Ninja, thank you. If you ever get tired of him, you know where to find me. Just say it, put that out there. All right, guys, so let's talk for a minute. I want you to imagine, all right, this is a pretending kind of thing. I want you to imagine a city that is telling you crime is down, streets are safer, and you should feel grateful. Only to find out that they cooked the books like a bad mob accountant. Welcome to Washington, D.C., where the statistic... Can you handle that, please? Welcome to Washington, D.C., where the statistics might be cleaner than the streets, but not by much. And now the feds are moving in. And believe me, nothing says safety like Washington taking over Washington. In mid-May, D.C. Police Commander Michael Pulliam, he gets put on administrative leave. The official story, it's not crystal clear. But then the police union drops a bomb. They accuse the department's leadership of deliberately manipulating crime data. How? By reclassifying serious violent crimes. And we're talking about shootings, armed robberies, carjackings, into lesser categories. Does this sound familiar to anybody? If somebody gets shot but survives, maybe it's logged as injured person instead of aggravated assault with a firearm. You can almost hear the spreadsheet sigh and release. Paul Wagner from NBC Washington, he lays it out. The union claims this is systemic. It's a way to make it look like violent crime is down considerably from last year. Bell, according to what we just talked about, is violent crime down considerably from last year?
No.
Is it down as reported?
It's down as reported, yeah, but those stats are off.
A little bit. Violent crime allegedly, guys, dropped 25 to 28% year over year. In December, they even bragged about a 30-year low. It sounds great. If you ignore the part about the numbers being faked. Now, here's where it gets spicy. Got to straighten the coat here for this one, guys. Since Monday, CNN and NBC have cited these numbers, the exact numbers the union says are contaminated. 73 times. Not once, not twice, not we mention it in passing. 73 times. And in all of those mentions, they barely acknowledged the Pulliam scandal. This isn't journalism. It's stenography. The government hands you a stat sheet, you read it on air, and boom, the narrative is built. It's like watching the weatherman announce sunny skies while standing ankle deep in floodwater. There's no rain here, folks, just a little moisture in the air. And then enter President Trump. He sees those same stats and he says, nope, fake. We're taking over. Now, using the Home Rule Act, yes, that obscure little legal tool that lets the federal government override D.C. Trump announces the feds are assuming control of policing in the district. National Guard troops are rolling in. Now, his pitch, D.C. is in a public safety emergency. He points to Pulliam's suspension as proof the data cannot be trusted. Now, for me, this is a personal thing. I'll give Trump this. Calling out bad stats is fair game in any administration. But replacing bad local control with bad federal control, that's like fixing a broken toilet by flooding the whole house. Both sides are wrong here, but they're wrong in different ways. DC's leadership clearly has a credibility problem. If you're downgrading crimes to make the numbers look pretty, you're lying to the public that you're supposed to serve. That's not public safety, guys. You know what you call that? Propaganda. But the federal government swooping in to save a city, that's just replacing one unaccountable bureaucracy with a bigger, more distant one. Federal control means the people of D.C. who already can't vote for a governor or have a real voice in Congress now have even less say in how they're policed. And if you think federal control is temporary, I have a war on drugs to sell you. Every time D.C. gets federalized for a crisis, the temporary powers have a way of sticking around. Just ask the TSA. Now, let's not forget the media's role. You cannot scream about defending democracy all day, then turn around and pump out numbers from a department that is accused of manipulating those same numbers. That's not defending democracy. That is laundering the narrative. CNN, NBC, Fox, all of them. They love numbers when those numbers fit the story they want to sell. But when those numbers are tampered, suddenly it's all, we'll get back to you after this commercial break. If you're a journalist, I want to say this and make it real clear here. If you are a journalist, your job isn't to just repeat what the government tells you. Your job is literally, by definition, to challenge it. Otherwise, you're just an unpaid intern in the PR department. Whether it's DC's local government cooking the books or the federal government grabbing power, the losers are the same ordinary people. The shop owner in Columbia Heights, the single mom in Anacostia, the kid walking home from school in Petworth. They're the ones who live with the reality, while the politicians and talking heads fight over the narrative. I'm a talking head. I accept it. But I point out the idiocracy of what we're doing. A real solution starts with transparency and accountability, not bigger bureaucracies and not cherry-picked data. Because here's the thing, guys. Here's the real thing. If we cannot trust the crime numbers and we cannot trust the police and the people controlling the police, then we've got a bigger problem than whether CNN or Trump wins the talking point war. And if you think the feds taking over will suddenly make Washington honest and efficient, I've got some real crime statistics that you might want to buy. So Belle and I have these conversations constantly. We are always going over this. I want to make sure that I'm crystal clear here, guys. All right, like foot's on the ground. I'm positioned. I'm straight onto the camera so that you know I'm serious here. There's not a single goddamn number that comes out of Washington that I trust. Not even a little bit. Global war on terrorism. Non-uniformed combatants. I can go on and on and on. How about this? The unemployment numbers. The jobs numbers from BLS. The Department of, let's just call it accountability, is absent. It doesn't exist. There's literally a department of the federal government that does nothing but track the spending of the federal government. And the very last time I looked, there is over $982 billion that they can't account for. It's just not there, guys. We don't know where it went. Doesn't really matter, though, right? Because it's just funny money, and all of Washington is sort of okay with it. People need to wake the fuck up. Apologize for the vulgarity, but sometimes you really got to make the point.
Hey, we're past the 10-minute mark. You're good.
All right. Every time that we get into something like this, we always find out that the numbers are skewed. Under Obama, unemployment was down more than it's ever been down. But real unemployment was over 25%. That means 1 out of every 4 working age humans in the United States did not have a job. But it was reported that unemployment was sitting at about a comfortable 2.3%. We all knew it was horseshit. Do I need to get into COVID? Should we spend some time talking about that? Literally read the story from an actual journalist. The man was decapitated in a motorcycle accident. That means they only brought in the body. They couldn't even find the head. Don't know that went. It was probably somewhere in the helmet, but they couldn't find it. Guess what the cause of death was, Belle?
Yeah, complications of COVID.
Complications of COVID. These are the people that you want to trust. These are the people that you say, you betcha. I believe everything about it. I believe it even more because it's my party that's in power. This is why it's so damn difficult to be a libertarian, because I think you're all full of shit. I would rather shake hands with the devil I know than the devil I don't. And the only thing that we have, that I personally have, I don't know you, I don't care. But the only person that I can get on with this is me, because I only speak to myself. I'm a libertarian. I don't have the right to speak to other people. The fact that we even have a libertarian party seems to be an oxymoron to me. We're all about self, take care of yourself. We don't need a party. So while I align closer with conservatives, not Republicans, all right, because I've looked under the skirt of many a Republican, and you know what I saw under there, Belle? You know what I saw?
A Democrat?
Big old Democrat. Let's not shit ourselves. Nobody has my interest at heart. So I have to rely more closely aligned with people who may have a little bit of fiscal conservatism in them. That's my big one right there. I'm a constitutionalist all the way down. If it says it, do it. If it doesn't say it, go fuck yourself. But it's real hard to push that message. But what I do know is, yes, as has been reported, I've been looking at CNN, Political. I know you have, bro. You do that shit all day. Guarantee it's been reported. There's no need for, there's no crime in D.C. Don't worry about it. All right? It doesn't matter about the murders. It doesn't matter about the violent crimes. It doesn't matter about the carjackings. It doesn't matter about the beatings. All of that goes in the memory hole, period. Just believe your betters because they put out the numbers. Belle, do we got any questions?
We've got a couple of comments. So, Fisherman, Epstein didn't kill himself.
Nope, not a chance. Did Epstein kill himself?
No.
I could go on a whole show on this one. Jason, dial me in on this. All right, Thursday, I want to get into some of the other shit that I really don't believe. There's not a chance in hell that guy killed himself. No way that happened. And every camera failed at the same time. Every guard was asleep at the switch at the same time. They're like Deputy Dog sitting right outside the bar, sound asleep with the keys that you can just grab with a broom handle. You got to be shitting me. This is the best you can do for the highest profile client that is a criminal that has ever walked into your jail. Nothing worked. A mass failure. That's like me believing that Oswald actually shot Kennedy. It didn't happen. Belle, carry on. Don't get me going on this because people already don't like me.
I'm gonna throw out my point, and then you drink your booze and be quiet.
Cheers.
Okay.
Folks.
Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, the nursing major and biology minor that included several different varieties of anatomy and physiology courses. Yeah, she knows there is no way Epstein killed himself.
But it was reported he did kill himself. You want me to go PBS? Will that make it better? we have a breaking story here. to my shame and horror, I did do 6 months at PBS. Dad, did you know about that? I didn't even tell you about that, but I did 6 months at PBS. There's a way to do it. There's a certain rhythm that they want, and as long as you got the voice, even kinda, then this is what they want to hear. And today we will be joined by Mike, the artist who makes custom bird houses. And our program today is sponsored by Mike's Soda Biscuits. So the next time you're having a lovely cup of tea in the morning, I want you to remember Mike's Soda Biscuits. I'm eating one now, and it's wonderful. I can't believe I did that. That was 6 months of my life, Dad. Gone. Anyway, carry on, Bill.
All right, Political. There is so much hatred in the nation. TDS is real. Dems in Colorado, 27 of them voted against an adult exposing themselves to children from being a crime. And
you know why, dude? Do I have to explain this? Look, man, I don't want this show to drift into conspiracy theory because I don't want to drift that way, Jeff. I know, dude, I know. All right, me and you, I know you, I respect you, I get it. We don't want this show to drift off into that. And you know when you trigger me with stuff like that I'm going to go on a rant. All right, and that's not really the point that I'm trying to make tonight. We're trying to point out the hypocrisy. That's what we're up to. Belle,
and you and I were discussing this just the other day. I think DC was actually the basis for Gotham.
And you know what? And you're not too far off. Look, guys, there's something you're going to have to come to terms with real quick. If you haven't yet, I don't get it, man. Are you sound asleep or you simply don't care? That's is Mordor on the Potomac. All right, the black, I hate doing token references, but it's very, very accurate here. It is Mordor on the Potomac. The Black Gate is closed. Whatever happens over there only applies to over there. You as the pleb, as the little citizen, they don't see you as people, babe. You're gonna have to wake up to this shit eventually.
You're just a number. You're a statistic. That's it.
They're the gardeners and you're the garden. They're gonna chop. They're gonna prune. They're gonna, help. They're gonna water. But you're gonna grow the way that they want you to grow, because for some reason we seem to think that 552 people can fully and accurately manage a country of over 330 million. And everybody's okay. I didn't want to go this way tonight. Jason, I apologize, man. I did not want to go this way tonight. But Belle's feeding me questions that she knows is going to trigger me. So I'm going to blame somebody else on this one. One more, Belle. Hey. We got to go to a song. We got lots more to get to tonight.
Political. Scott, you will like this. The redistricting in Texas will eliminate Jasmine Crockett's position. Now you know why they are fighting it.
And I get that, Jeff. I do, man. But do I fucking care? I really don't. That's the funny thing.
That's a state issue. It should stay down in Texas and be handled by Texas. Now it's gone nationwide because, so many of the Democratic representatives decided to take a field trip to different states to hang out until all this is over.
I don't like my own representatives. Do you think I believe these people? Look, there is a class of people that goes into government right now. There's a class of people that are striving, fighting, clawing, killing, murdering, anything they have to do so that they can say, I'm a congressman, I'm a senator. These people do not have your interest at heart. They have their interest at heart. They have no intention. I'm even going big screen here, Belle. They have no intention of trying to change anything. They simply want in on the grift. They want to be on that side of the scam. Tell me the last politician. I'll leave it open. We're about to go to a break. I need to. Obviously, I have to calm down. But we're about to go to a neat song. Belle picked it. I think it's a good one. Tell me the last politician that got caught up in a major scandal. The kind of thing that would lock you, Jeff, you, Dad, you, Jason, in jail forever. That actually did time. Real time. Aside from, what was his name? Like Gorovich or something like that over at Gregovich or something like that over in Chicago. But tell me the last one that did that. And I'll start to believe you. I will change my tune and I'll say, you know what? They are just as exposed and accountable for their actions as we are. You show me that and I'm on it. But if you can't, I'm not going to change my mind here. Because it's effectively, in my opinion, criminals from the bottom all the way to the top. They don't want to change anything because as soon as they get up there, they are set for life. It is winning the actor lottery. You're set for life. I got to make sure that the song is queued up, Belle, so go ahead and talk for a minute. I'm going to slip off frame, guys. Make sure it's there. Go ahead.
It's in queue. Okay. But anyway, the only politician that I can think of that I have maybe this much respect for is one of our own representatives, Brad Zahn. He started out owning a hardware store and then decided to go for city council and went up from there. But he was responsible for the bill making Iowa an open carry state.
Oh, no, and I like Brad. I like Brad. But deep down, I don't trust Brad. There's nothing he can do. I don't want him over for dinner. I don't want him in my house. I don't want him to know me. Because as soon as I piss him off, next thing you know, the feds are showing up. All right. Anyway, guys, look, obviously you can see which direction we're taking the show tonight. Coming back, we got a lot more to talk about. So please stick around. It's going to be very, very structured. I've been getting feedback. You guys say that you like this. If you like it, we want to give you the kind of show that you like. Meanwhile, I'm going to take a little break here. I'm going to freshen up my booze. And we will be right back here on the podcast on the KPOD network, guys. Please stand by. Gentlemen, patriots, libertarians alike, privacy purveyors, thank you and welcome back to the...
What?
Maybe these numbers aren't accurate enough to put out every month. Maybe quarterly is better. Now, let's be real. Every administration, Republican and Democrat, wants to control the narrative. If you only release this report every few months, you can time when the bad news hits, or you can bury it in the middle of other headlines. This is not a Republican trick. It's not a Democrat trick. That's a government trick. And once they figure out they can turn the tap on and off, they will. Doesn't matter who's in the White House. Now, here's where I really start asking bigger questions. Why are we even letting the federal government have a monopoly on this data? I want you to think about it. If a private company collected and published the same information, you could have competition. You could compare multiple data sources, see who's more accurate, and make your own judgment. Instead, a single agency in Washington controls the official narrative, and we all have to take it or leave it. That's not just bad economics. That's bad accountability. In a free society, which we're supposed to be, you shouldn't have to trust a single source. You should be able to verify with many sources. Now, I'll give the new nominee this much. There are problems with the monthly report. Survey response rates are dropping. The statistical models have flaws. But you don't fix bad data by hiding it. You fix it by showing more of it. Show us the raw numbers. Show us where the data is weak. Let independent economists, journalists, and yes, regular citizens look at it and say, here's what's real and here is what is noise. If the excuse is, it might be wrong, that's a red flag in itself, because in the real world, the one that you and I live in, more eyes make for a better truth. So here's my absolute bottom line. If Trump pauses the monthly jobs report, the loser isn't one political party. You guys are getting this, right? The loser is us, the people who work and bleed and sweat to pay for it. We're the losers. Because whether you're pro-Trump, anti-Trump, or somewhere in the middle, you're still trying to make decisions about your money, about your job, your investments. And you need timely, transparent data to do that. And when government controls the scoreboard, it can change the rules whenever it wants. Today, it's monthly versus quarterly. Tomorrow, who knows? The real question isn't just how often do we get the report. The real question, guys, is should Washington control it at all? Because the truth, the real truth, doesn't belong to politicians. It belongs to the people. Now, while I understand that this might seem like just pure diatribe, it's not. This is your money. This is your welfare. This is the future of you, your family, your children's children, and etc. We have allowed ourselves, and we've gone willingly, because it's all about party politics now. It has nothing to do with the individual. It has to do with the R or the D or the I's that are completely just blown off. This is your future. This is your money. This is your finance. This is your health, safety, and security of your entire family that is being dictated by these numbers. And simply reporting them quarterly as opposed to monthly doesn't change the implication or the hard reality that they represent as soon as they are released. Does it make you feel better knowing that there won't be monthly downward revisions? Instead, Bell, there's going to be downward quarterly revisions, because it's very, very rare. I can't even remember the last time. Please fact check me, guys. Tell me the last time that it was revised upwards by 90% as opposed to downwards by 90%. I understand this seems like conspiracy theorist stuff, and I'm comfortable wearing that coat. You like that, Bill? You like I made the coat reference out of work jacket?
Yeah, the wardrobe department worked really hard figuring out your wardrobe.
And I don't talk about that too much. I should just wear some of the Renfrew kid over there. I think that'd be funnier. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with what kind of trust are you going to put in this? Are you cool with it? Because if you are, go back to sleep. This isn't the show for you, man. Not even close. I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you tuning in. But this is about something bigger. And we really, really need to have that discussion. Belle, go.
All right. So
I can drink.
I do have a few thoughts which I'll put out that will allow you the opportunity to drink.
Are you talking to me or are you talking to the audience?
I'm talking to you at the moment.
Okay, serve it up.
No, I don't think the federal government should be. I don't think Ton DC should be. Yeah, you get that reference.
I do.
I don't think they should be reporting unemployment numbers at all.
No, because they're always going to game them.
Yeah.
They always have. Well, they're going to continue. It's the same way they game COVID numbers. But again, that was so long ago. It's like it never fucking happened.
Since states are the ones that are responsible for issuing unemployment benefits, it should be states' responsibility to accurately report those numbers. And changing it to quarterly instead of monthly, I mean, my God, we're already fighting an uncertain market. I mean, every time we turn around, Bitcoin's going up, the Dow's going down. Yeah, it's not stable.
Because they don't live in the world that we live in.
I understand.
You guys know what I mean? You know, I've said the words every now and again, tall boots are on, just so we're clear. I've said the words every now and again, but I don't think anybody's ever mentioned it or picked up on it, at least not in this scheme or on this stream, and it's called the pricing scheme. People like me, people like Belle, people like you know how much a double cheeseburger costs. From McDonald's. That's where I'm going with this.
It's not $1 anymore.
It used to be $1. Now it's $2.99. I don't eat carbs anymore. I'm so sad about that, Belle. I'm really bummed. But look, I lost a bunch of weight. I feel better. My bowel movements, Dad, if you're still watching. One of my happiest times was when I used to go and sit on the potty because I knew I had 15 to 20 minutes of just complete alone silence. Nobody's going to bother me. They're over in 30 seconds now, dude. And I'm talking about from start to finish, meaning pulling up my britches, 30 seconds of fiber. I'm eating a lot of fiber. But I used to eat at McDonald's regularly. And this is where I judge the economy is based on McDonald's. There is no more successful fast food chain in the entire planet than McDonald's. And it used to be $1 for a double cheeseburger. Now it is $3.29. I literally drove through McDonald's and I got a cup of water because there's nothing at McDonald's that I can eat anymore. I can't touch that stuff. I want to live to be 100.
The Diet Coke.
A Diet Coke. I got a water. But I checked the prices, and now in Iowa, the state of Iowa, a double cheeseburger from McDonald's is $3.19, Bell. That is a hockey puck, if it's even that. It's not even food, man. It's stuffers. It's stuff that'll get you from point A to point B, but we won't even call it food or realistic calories. $3.19. Meanwhile, the federal government is telling me that inflation has never been lower. It was $1 on the dollar menu. Now it's $3.19. $3.19. That tells me all I need to know. Look, you can believe they're bullshit numbers, or you can believe your own eyes. Which way are you going to go? I think it's important.
People are actually going, and okay, so they are literally going and placing orders online for pickup for groceries that they would have a year ago, and finding out that they're paying something like 239% more today than they were the same day last year.
Well, I'll tell you what, you guys fact check me right this second. What's the percentage difference between a $1 purchase and a purchase of $3.19? Give me the percentage. Please put it in the chat. This is a call to action, Jason. You're welcome, Jason. I know you keep hitting me on these things. Because chat is what drives the narrative or drives the algorithm. Chat. That's it. That's it. There's very few other things that drive the narrative like chat. What's the percentage difference between $1 and $3.19? Because that's your real fucking inflation. But guess what Washington tells us? It's about 2.3%. Now, when you can see with your own eyes that that number is horseshit, why would you trust any other number that is put out, such as the jobs report, such as the inflation report, such as the Fed's telling you what inflation is? It's a game, guys. It is purely a game so that they can ignore reality, keep their jobs, stay safe and secure behind the black wall of Mordor on the Potomac, and live outside of the pricing scheme. You know what I would love to hear? I'm even going to go big screen here, Bella. I didn't want to, but I'm going to go big screen here because this is so important to me. You guys can help me out here on Twitter, on Facebook, on anything. The next time that you talk to one of your representatives or to one of your politicians, doesn't matter if it's your guy or their guy or anything, I want you to ask one simple question. In fact, Jason, hashtag this, bro, on Twitter, because I'm that serious about it. How much is a gallon of gas? How much is 1 gallon of gas? For anybody who might know where you are locally, type it into the chat right now. How much in your state is a gallon of gasoline? Because if you ask these guys, and I've done it, I ask Vivek Ramazay, and I love the guy. I think he is fan-fucking-tastic. I think he is a Bastiat. I think he is a Friedman. He has that kind of intellectual capability. And I met him in Des Moines, Iowa, and he talked with me for almost 10 minutes. We ignored everybody else. Him and I just simply had a conversation, and it was around Friedrich Bastiat. And I asked him at the end of it, how much is a gallon of gas? And he couldn't tell me. That is all I need to know about all of these guys. So when I say it's about the pricing scheme, these guys are outside of it. They don't know because they are merely setting policy for all the rest of us. Bell, I really hope that I'm making my point here. I know we don't have a big crowd tonight. I know we're not terribly popular, but I would love to see prices of a gallon of gas because we are where the rubber meets the road. We are the engine of this economy, of this country. We are absolutely the engine. Myself, Jeff, I don't know what everybody else does, but I know myself and Political are the people who make sure that when you hit send, it gets sent. And I bet you know what I mean by that. Without us, this modern economy, this modern digital economy simply does not exist because we know the business. We're the backbone of it. We are literally the spine that makes you go send and the other person receives. Without us, it does not happen. That's how important this is to me. But I bet you Jeff knows how much a gallon of gas costs, and I damn sure know how much it costs. But ask your politicians, the people who are setting policy, the people who are determining your future. Ask them one time, how much is a gallon of gas? And see if they're right. That's it. Bell, questions, please.
All right. So, G. Torres, it's almost like they purposefully faked the numbers to have an excuse to have a longer data range.
Duh.
Yeah.
Duh. G. Torres, come on, babe. You know damn good and well.
Yeah, no, they need to keep it monthly.
No,
they
and
need
but
to keep
they're
it
not
monthly.
fucking going to.
I know, but they need to.
But they're not fucking going to.
I know,
and
but
you know what kind of blowback they're going to get from that? Zero.
Yeah.
Go, Bell.
All right. So, Fisherman, the caseworker at Social Security, told me Grok was not a reliable source of information. My sources of information are not Grok. I actually looked up the data from reputable sources.
You know what my sources of information are? It's right here. All right? It's right here. I read. I interpret. I make my own fucking decisions. I don't need AI to tell me what. Who is relying on this? You understand that AI can be gamed, right? The people who created the program can lean it left, lean it right, lean it. They can do whatever the fuck. Who is relying on AI, Bell? Who is sitting out here saying AI is my source of truth? Are you shitting me? Have we fallen this far? That's it. Grok doesn't give us accurate answers. Are you shitting me? You can't fucking read? You can't think? Because apparently that's what AI is replacing, is a person's ability to think. The fuck is going on here anymore? Belle, go ahead.
I don't know, but
God damn it. I did not want to do this show tonight, man. I just wanted to read the stories. I just wanted to give you my viewpoint and move on.
The eye twitch has started because of all of this.
Oh,
okay,
no,
anyway,
please,
all right.
Fuck.
So, okay, 219% coming in from Gustav Smith, Sofa Ninja, and G. Torres.
Thank you. At McDonald's, right this very second, the cost of a double cheeseburger is up 219%. Now, I didn't go to AI for that information. I went to fucking McDonald's for that information. Now, please, the people who just fact check me, I'd love it. Thank you so much. Tell me what the federal government says inflation is at currently. Tell me the rate of inflation currently, because McDonald's has it at 219%, and more humans eat at McDonald's than eat anywhere else.
That actually adds up with that matches the rate of inflation that has been put out all over the place by the people that have compared their exact same grocery list purchased last year to the list that they purchased this year. That matches up.
Isn't that funny how that works? Anyway, come on, Belle. Get back to it. We're at time. I really want to get to the third story tonight. The NASA nuclear moonshot fucking failure. It's amazing, but we'll carry that one over for Thursday.
So MJ chiming in, gas in his area is $3.10, and Fisherman $2.94.
And in Iowa, it is $2.89 in Iowa. But granted, Iowa is the home of ethanol. All right, so all of look, man, I picked the cheapest one, and it's ethanol based. I don't give a shit. Everyone, it's going to ruin your engine. You know what? If that's my biggest problem that I have in my life, is that my engine might be getting beat up a little bit by ethanol, by my gasoline being cut by 10% with ethanol, I'm okay with that. But now here, I'm trying to make the point, man. Do you believe that your local politician, the person representing your interests, the person that your effective fate is in their hands, do you think they know what the price of gas is? I would love to start a movement. And every question should be the very first question when they step up to the microphone and the podium and say, sure, it's an open forum. You can talk to your local politician. I would love them to, very first question, to say, how much does a gallon of gas cost right now, because you have to ask yourself the question, why is it important to you? But it is so under their radar that they don't even fucking know. Belle, carry on, please.
All right, so Political went to get a sandwich. Shame on you. What did I miss? That everyone is putting down prices?
Nothing, dude. It doesn't matter, man.
Watch the replay, Jeffafa.
Jeffafa. It doesn't matter, man. Look, I'm so uninteresting that it really doesn't matter, man.
Yeah, he's so uninteresting that you went to go get a sandwich.
You went to go get a fucking sandwich, dude. Look, this is my job now, Jeffafa. All right? We've worked together for years, bro. This is my job now. And you know, if nothing else, you understand how passionate I am about my work. This is my work now. So it doesn't matter, bro. All right? Everything's good, Jeffafa. It's all cool, man. Put on your tinfoil. Everything's good. Bell, go.
All right, Sofa Ninja, inflation per the government is 2.7% year over year currently.
Well,
That's bullshit.
How is that possible, man? When we just proved that a McDonald's cheeseburger is $3.19. So how could that be possible if year over year inflation is 2.2%? Is that what he put out, right? 2.2%. So how many?
2.7.
2.7%. Fine. So how many years would it take? This is the last question, and then that I'm going to ask the audience. I'd love you guys to do the math. How many years would it take at 2.7% year over year inflation for a McDonald's cheeseburger to leave the dollar menu and become $3.19 per? Bell, please carry on.
All right, so Political. Oh, gas, $2.37 a gallon in Oklahoma. You lucky bastard.
That cannot be correct, dude. There is no fucking way gas is $2.37 in Oklahoma.
He's bordering the state where a lot of it comes from.
No,
so
and I get that,
it.
but there's no fucking way that Iowa is 50 cents more a gallon. That's almost, what is that, about 20% more per gallon. There's no way. Dude, we're the home of ethanol. All the corn we grow, 80% of it goes to ethanol. Not because they use every bit of the corn. All they do is leach out the starch. That's the energy. So there's no fuck. I don't believe you. I think you're full of shit on that one. Bell's gonna somebody fact check me on Oklahoma. And what did he say? $2.37 a gallon?
Yeah.
Jeff, you don't. I'm going to go big screen here for a second.
You should text Guy, because Guy's in Texas.
Guy's right there. He's in southern Oklahoma, northern Texas. Yeah. Jeff, look, you don't have to lie to me, dude. All right? You don't have to lie to me. You lie to girls, all right, so that they give you the sex. That's why you do it, all right? You don't have to lie to me, man. I ain't going to sleep with you. Unless we were on a deserted island and we're never, ever getting off. I mean, we're going to die there, bro. Me and you, we're going to die there. Nobody's ever going to know. At that point, I will listen to your bullshit so that maybe something will happen. I'm straight, man. All right. There's no homosexuality in me, but we're never getting off the island. What the fuck, man? Who cares? God will understand in this one. It ain't, dude. I'm going to fact check it. We have a very diverse audience and a very smart audience. They're going to come up here and give me the real number. All right, I don't understand why you would do that to me. Bell, please carry on. And that's the entertainment portion of this show, by the way, guys. All right, crypto needs more entertainment. We're here to be funny. Go, Bell.
Political, I was hangry. Okay, that's not an excuse. I'm getting a little bit hangry myself, and you don't see me throwing out bullshit numbers.
Okay. Did anybody come back with the real number? Because I want to tell Jeff. I want to give Jeff the finger. All right, somebody will get it. Go, Bell.
All right, so Gustav Smith, gas in Southeast Michigan, $3.39. That's believable.
I believe that. I don't believe $2.37. Jeffafa, you fuck. Go, Bell.
All right, Fisherman. Fisherman, $2.94 in Ohio. I can believe that.
I believe that because we're close. Iowa's $2.89. Go ahead, Bell.
Yeah. Political, they're having to cover for paying employees $20 an hour in Cali.
In Cali, sure, and I believe that, man. Because
the oil goes from Texas north and branches out from there usually, or Colorado.
I think
Colorado produces too.
Sure, let's lightning round these, Bell. We're out of time.
All right, Fisherman, I'm about to road trip it. Keep that gas cheap.
No, apparently you need to go through Oklahoma because Jeffafa says it's $2.37 a gallon. He's full of shit. There's
apparently you really need to go through Oklahoma.
Go ahead, Bill.
Sofa Ninja, I live in Illinois and gas prices are mostly taxes. Truth.
But how much? I'm just looking for a dollar value, babe. All right, you don't got to justify it. Just tell me when you go to fill up how much it says on the pump. Bell,
well,
go.
I mean, when we went down to NFT Nashville, I tried to avoid getting gas in Illinois.
I don't go near Illinois. I cannot believe you live in Illinois, babe. I mean, have you not seen Iowa? All right, look, it's open carry. We don't give a shit. And gas is cheap. So I'm just going to leave it there. Go ahead, Bell.
Oh, actually, yeah. Jeff sent me a text. Yeah, more Oklahoma Costco warehouse.
Oh, my God, dude. You had to go to Costco? Is that it? Is that where you did? And you drive 18 and a half miles out of your way to go to Costco to save 7 cents a gallon? You cheap prick.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. I admire that. I get it. It's not really my thing.
Okay, so the screenshot does prove regular is $2.37 a gallon. Premium is $3.03 a gallon.
There you go. So you just deal with the gutter sludge. All right, you're breaking your engine, Jeff. Yes, I don't give a shit. Go on, Bill. Finish it up.
Oh my God! All right, so G Torres, and this is surprising. $3.14 in New York City, Brooklyn.
You know what? That's actually cheaper. That's actually cheaper than what I thought Brooklyn would be.
I agreed.
Somebody real quick before we end, tell me what the gas prices are in Chino, California. I'm making the call here. I'm being very, very specific. In Chino, California. I used to live there. My dad had a job. I was that young, but my dad had a job at the Long Beach Naval Shipyard. So it was actually really, really cool, Bell, because I got a tour of the USS New Jersey. I thought that was the ultimate until I went and took a cruise as part of Desert Storm on Big Mo. So I thought New Jersey was the coolest thing I ever saw. But that was cool. But tell me what the prices are in Chino, California. Please. We got about 60 seconds left. We're ending the stream. Go ahead, Belle.
I can tell you what gas prices are here in the Des Moines Metro.
Yeah.
So regular is going for about $2.90 a gallon.
About 89. That's what I said. That's the last time I filled up. I fill up at Casey's. I like Casey's.
My Jeep doesn't run very well on regular from Casey's.
Mine truck, my big ass Chevy 3/4 ton fully loaded. Yeah, truck does not give a fuck what kind of gas I put into it.
Premium is $3.64 a gallon.
Uh-huh.
Not shocking. Yesterday's average was $2.93 for regular, $3.68 for premium.
And I'm not going to piss over a few cents. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, that's what I pulled up.
Okay. Wrap up whatever's left on. I want to get out of here.
All right. So, MJ, I was in D.C. Sunday and gas there was $4.88.
Going to hit a round of applause there.
Now, actually, he corrected and said $4.89.
Great. That's fine, bro. Tell me the difference between the Washington, D.C. gasoline and the gasoline that I just put in my truck yesterday. Please explain the physiological differences between that premium regular gas that is in Washington at $4.89 and the shit that I put in my gas or in my truck that is effectively half the price. Please tell me the difference. You're going to start to figure this shit out. That's what we're here for. That's what the podcast is here for.
I'm realizing that his truck is a way less picky beast than mine is, by the way.
I got the big V8, man. Look, V8s don't give a shit. Make a spark in the cylinder make it explode and move down the pistons, and
it cannot go with the straight ethanol blend in the Jeep. The Jeep does not like it at all.
No.
It prefers BP gas.
9,800 gross vehicle pound truck does not give a fuck what you put in it.
You know what? And my Jeep it prefers BP gas to come and go.
No,
come and go to Casey's.
I think that's your impression, and you're dead wrong.
No,
you know what? You're dead wrong, Belle. You're dead wrong about that. That's
that
okay.
is not my impression.
Hey, look, I think you're cool. All right, you ain't gotta lie to me. You lie to girls to get them to sleep with you. That's what you do, Belle. Go ahead, carry on, please.
I don't have to lie to girls to get them to sleep with me. I just have to be myself.
Okay, whatever, Belle.
Anyway,
out of booze.
All right. Yeah. Political. Kadena Air Force Base, Japan. Military members and their families will finally see some relief at the fuel pumps as gas prices are set to drop from $4.19 to $2.43 a gallon on Friday.
How is that possible? How would that be possible that the gas prices would drop almost 50%? Almost 50%. I'm still trying to make the point here, guys. Go to Twitter, please. We can start a movement right here. Ask Beto O'Rourke, who cannot live without being in front of a camera right now. This worthless fuck cannot move without being in front of a camera right now. Ask him, how much is a gallon of gas? I bet you will not get an accurate answer.
You know what? On top of that, if he actually does respond to those, ask him how much a week he is spending on groceries.
He won't know. It doesn't matter. I'm making the point.
That's the thing. I'm reinforcing your point.
And I don't buy the groceries, so I have no fucking idea how much food costs. I don't know. Aside from a McDonald's cheeseburger, I don't know. Come on, Belle. Whatever's left. Go ahead and let's get it out.
All right. Sofa Ninja, $4.62 at the lowest in Chino.
Think about that, guys. $4.62 for the same thing that is coming out of the pump in Des Moines, Iowa at $2.89. There is no physiological difference between that gasoline in Chino at $4.62 and the fuel in Des Moines, Iowa at $2.89. I don't know how I can make this point any better. Belle, carry on, please.
All right, Political, with the last comment. Beto drives a Prius.
Beto drives... I ain't going to go there, bro. I'm not gonna
go.
I was about to go
there. Nope. I'm going to go there.
Okay.
Beto doesn't drive himself, more than likely. He has drivers or calls Uber.
I don't know, man. That guy's got bottom written all over him. He really
Well, again, that's why I threw it.
That's
why I threw in Uber.
He doesn't drive. He's driven.
That was my point.
It was a fun show tonight, guys. I hope you appreciate it. Look, man, we're not going to stop. We're just going to go harder and harder and harder. We're starting to get our rhythm again. We're starting to get our political rhythm. So if you could help us out, please like, please share, please subscribe, but mostly share. I promise you, we get more people over here, and myself, Belle, Jason, we are doing everything we can. I don't think you guys quite understand what we're going through here, but we're doing everything we can to get more people to this show, not because I want any money, because we make dick. You get it, right? The very second that we play a copyrighted song, we're demonetized. That very second. But I'm an old radio guy, and I'm going to continue to do this as a radio production. It ain't about us or money or any of that stuff, all right? It's about spreading a message, a real message, something that matters when the entire fucking world is lying to you, and they are. Podcast won't. We will simply point out the hypocrisy. That's what we do here. So if you can help us out, get us a few more viewers, it makes the chat more engaging. That's what it's about for us, is making the chat more engaging. because if you guys are arguing with each other, it's low-hanging fruit for us to weigh in on one side or the other, but it makes you want to tune back in. That's what we're trying to do here. So if you could help us out, I would certainly appreciate it, man. It doesn't matter how many people are in the audience. We're going to keep going live because you cannot stop us. If YouTube takes us down, we'll be on another channel. If that channel takes us down, we'll be on OmniFlix. There's nothing that's going to stop us, because the real truth that you're going to hear, it's not coming from Alex Jones. It's not coming from Sean Hannity. It's not coming from the red grifters or the blue grifters or your CNN, MSNBC, NBC. It doesn't matter. It's coming here. And I bet you know it when you hear it. That's our bet anyway. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to the Lady Bell. She's going to talk us up. She looks pissed right now, like I went too far. I probably did, because I always go too far.
I'm not pissed, actually.
Yeah. Belle's going to talk us up. She's going to take us out, guys. So we had a wonderful time. We're going to be back on Thursday. You can't miss us. If I go live tomorrow, it'll be sometime in early afternoon for some particular reason. Something will break, and I'm going to have to report on it. But Belle's going to take us out of here. Wonderful time, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you like the jacket. I recently shaved my head and shaved my face. I want to look good for you.
Okay,
for Sophie, Jason's wife. I hope you appreciate the effort.
All right, I'm gonna throw a note on that. If you're complaining that Scott's head is too shiny,
That's John, dick.
It is literally because he used shaving cream to shave his head and make sure he didn't nick himself.
I gotta be clean here, man. Look, it's important, all right? It's important. I've been shaving my head for 20 damn years. Dad, I got the same hairline you have. There's no way my dad made it this far. I have the same hairline you have, all right? Yes, I did come from your semen. So your same faults and problems I inherited. Thank you so much for that, like a kind of receding hairline. But I'm not going to do a comb over bullshit. I just shaved it. I'm done with it. I'm cool with it. Belle, just get us out of here. All right, like that. I'm done. I've had all I can have tonight. I'm going to leave the stage. It's all you. Go.
All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who joined us tonight, we cannot say thank you guys enough. We do appreciate each and every one of you guys and the comments and questions you send our way. We are going to be back on Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard instead of 6 p.m. In between now and 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, if you guys have any other comments, questions, or concerns, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to either Scott, who is dancing in the corner there, or myself.
I'm having such a good time.
Scott@thepodcast.com or Bella@thepodcast.com, and we'll get those answered for you. Again, we can't thank you enough, guys, and we'll see you Thursday.
Watch this. For those of you who haven't seen our old exit, it's coming right now. Cheers, folks. We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at The Podcasts. Also, visit our